Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2019 with my very good pal, Mr. Jerry Jewell.
Hello, everyone.
So it's been about a year since the last time you and I got the chance to talk. How have you been since then?
I've been fairly well. Been busy working on the simuldub at Funimation. So I'm brain scattered and I can't remember the names of shows anymore. But other than that, things are great.
Like the birds that are tweeting right now inside the convention center?
Exactly. Oh, that's right. There are birds. That's okay. They have a Chick-fil-A here, so it's just a little sign of what happens should they come down too low.
Alrighty, and now you happen to work on a really insane, crazy show that I still have not seen, which is Pop Team Epic. How has it been working on that show? I mean, that show changed vocal cast literally every episode. So what was it like when you had to jump in behind someone who had literally just worked on an episode and you had to keep up the same energy they did?
It's kind of fun. Everyone, had their own. I think I was in that episode with Justin Cook. I think.
Wow.
I think we were the Pop Team Epic.
Okay.
So it's a crazy idea. It's a crazy idea, but I think most of us thought it was a lot of fun. And then the cool thing is you don't really get bored with it that quickly because you can watch one episode and then you go, oh, well, we'll watch another episode. It'll be a different cast. So it was enjoyable. I really enjoyed it.
Along with a lot of adult humor.
Yes, adult humor is a must. Yes.
Alrighty. And now last time we talked about you being a director at Funimation and you were in director meetings and, you had talked about how you got cast in Yuri on Ice within the director's meeting and stuff like that. So kind of go through that for us so that fans understand like what a director's meeting is so that they can kind of understand how you guys go about that and all that type of stuff.
Okay. Well, we'll be having one probably Monday, ironically. And whenever a new season is coming around, which it is soon, we get together as directors and we discuss who we're going to cast or who we plan on casting, should they be available. So everyone has some kind of idea, okay, who's available, how much time are they going to have available, are they going to be the lead in 2 or 3 different shows? If so, we may not want to book them as much in other places. How many actors are we using from out of town? Because we want to be careful. We do have the capability of recording them from Funimation, but if too many people are using that particular studio,
It's a little tough.
it makes us get in our own way, so to speak. But that's basically what most of the meetings are for, and to discuss anything that we want to discuss.
Or can you do a Russian accent? Because you do a Russian accent.
Sometimes that does happen, or we'll ask about other actors and say, hey, anyone come across any younger girl voices that are new, or any guys that are looking spectacular this season, things like that.
Sounds awesome, and I actually really appreciate you kind of peeling back a little bit more into the industry and letting fans know what kind of has to take place in order for you guys to really make great quality anime for all us fans.
Well, yeah, and the other, the owl worship and the sacrifice, we do that at a different time of year. So it's, but to appease the anime gods. Oh, sorry, kami, the anime kami. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Those are different meetings, but no robes for these. No hoods or anything like that.
Alrighty. So last year, you happened to do probably one of the best skits I've ever seen at one of the many Ohayocon roasts I've been at, especially the stuttering that went along with it, of Mr. J. Michael Tatum, who sadly cannot be here this year, and we wish him well along with Brandon and their dog. So now you get to roast probably one of the funniest kids I've ever known, and I've known him now for 9 years, Mr. Aaron Dismuke. How's it going to go tonight?
I think it should be a lot of fun. I've known Aaron for a long time. Actually, Aaron's father is one of the reasons that I moved to Texas in the first place, was to join his band. So I've known Aaron since he was a very young boy. And interesting fact for those that care, I was once a clown at one of Aaron's birthday parties when he was just a child. And at least he changed. But yeah, I've known Aaron for a while. I'm a friend of his family, so it'll be a good time.
I really, truly will enjoy it tonight while I'm there. So, again, talking craziness and crazy shows, you worked on Space Dandy, just a little bit about it, but when you were watching it, getting any sense of it, how was it like to even just be that small smidget and work on it, and then, of course, see how it came about as being the very first simuldub that Funimation got to work on?
It was interesting. Of course, being in it, anytime I get to be in anything, I'm happy about that. And to be a monkey on top of that, as like a space monkey. Yeah. Who could ask for more? But yeah, that was I think it was our first venture into that whole simuldub thing. And it was interesting. Back then, it was just kind of okay, let's see if we can do this and how it goes. But it was more of an all-hands-on-deck situation. Whereas now, it's kind of like each individual director and their sub-director, should they have one, has got 2 shows, releasing an episode of each show every week. Wow. Yeah. So we're putting it out there. You can't say there's not plenty to watch.
Last time you told me I couldn't shake a stick at it.
Well, you can try. You can shake a stick at it, but I don't know why you would. Unless you enjoy shaking sticks. If you're a stick shaker from way back, I wouldn't expect you to change your ways now. You know, that's a hard thing to change. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Alrighty, and boot it up. Last time we got to talk, you are now also working on Battleship Yamada that came out in 2018, a new rendition of it. How's it like going back and redoing an old school favorite that fans from the 80s and early 90s may have really truly enjoyed?
Well, I hope they still do enjoy it. I don't think I'm ruining it for them. I hope. No, Yamato 2199, I really did enjoy that. I think it turned out fairly well, especially considering it's an episode a week, you know? So there were a few moments here and there when it felt a little rocky and you're going, oh, am I going to be able to find enough new people before this next episode comes out? I don't know. Who have I used? Who have I not used? Who can I use again? All of these different questions. But I think it turned out fairly well. It's got a great cast, and those of you who haven't seen it, check out Space Battleship Yamato, Star Blazers, whatever you want to call it, 2199. And we've done the first half of 2202, and I believe we should start the back half sometime in the future.
Future dates?
In the future with future dates.
Future people?
It's coming up. No, they're people from now. Now, I guess if we're talking about the them that will be the them that is now in the future, then yes, they will be then those, yes, are the future people. But depending on where they are right now, they are the now people, thinking about the people of the future that they will become in the future. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Doctor Who, it's great.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, we know that you've been a successful actor. You've been working since 2001. As you described, you came down thanks to a band. You've been working for over 20 years in this industry. What would be one of the greatest goals for you to potentially work with a new, well-established, or older actor like some of the guests we have here this weekend, like Bill Farmer and Bo? What would it be like to work with somebody like that on a project, or even just get any coaching from them?
When it comes to guys like that, I'm in the same boat as everyone else. You know, I was at opening ceremonies tonight, and I'm going, oh wow, I've got to get my picture with Bill. And I'm going, oh, and I have a son who's 18 years old now. The Goofy movie was like the thing that he wanted to watch all the time. And granted, I was already, I guess you could say grown by then. It's debatable. But I watched it with him so many times that it's like, well, I want to get my picture with those guys because they're awesome. And Bo, of course, of Cowboy Bebop fame, and other things as well. But that's one that I've seen, and such a great voice on that guy. If I had that voice, I'd probably be doing better than I am. But amazing. I would love to work with those guys. They're great. They know what they're doing. That I think it's funny. A lot of times, people in the industry, when they talk about working with each other, it really becomes this sort of, well, I already like them, and so heck yeah, I'd like to work with them. Well, of course, why wouldn't I? It'd be intimidating maybe a little bit, but I'm sure I'd get over it.
I mean, I still haven't met either one of them, so I'm going to be all struck when I get to meet them.
Right? Why wouldn't you be? They've done such good stuff over the years and you've got a Goofy here. It's not every day you get to meet a Goofy.
No, and two of them.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Two Goofies.
Yeah.
Father and son. Max and Goofy.
Alrighty, and now to wrap things up, are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time that you're allowed to talk about? Because we know about those pesky NDAs.
Yeah. Well, I can say that right now I'm in the middle of recording the third season of a certain magical index.
Okay, I've been hearing a lot of good things about that.
So Index is back, and that, since we're halfway through, we should have another 12 or 13 episodes to go, so I'm working on that. And as I said, Yamato will be coming back, I believe, this coming season. So we will be finishing off the back half of Space Battleship Yamato 2202.
Alrighty, and finally, where can we catch you up online? And a final message to all the fans that have given you love and support all these many 20 years of voice acting.
Online, you can see what's going on at sillygingermonkey.com. Ginger like the hair color if you're from England. I don't know, because we don't really say that here, do we?
No.
We just say redheads, but that's boring. So sillygingermonkey.com. And I would like to thank everyone who comes to these things to see us and have us sign autographs and they want to take pictures. My day-to-day life is absolutely boring. And just the fact that you guys have bought this stuff, watched it, and clearly how much you love it. I am so glad that you exist, because without you, what are we doing? I don't know. Without you, we're just playing around, recording silly voices. So thanks to everyone out there for all the support of the industry over the years. I'm sure I speak for all of the voice actors when I say thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Again, Jerry, it's always a pleasure to meet you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us. Thank you again.
The pleasure was all mine. Good to see you again.